So you're thinking of moving to Glendale, Arizona, or your thoughts may be right. Glendale is a place that brings community, convenience, and opportunity all together as one to make it the city that it is. Glendale is known for a good quality of life, great neighborhoods, great schools, parks, shopping, and just places to hang out. It gives you that suburban feel with big town amenities. By the end of this pros and cons video, you'll be able to decide if Glendale is a place you want to invest in, relocate to, and make a part of your life. By the way, my name is Yolanda Street. I'm part of the Exploring Arizona team. If you're thinking about moving here in the next 6 years, 6 months, 6 weeks, or even 6 days, reach out to me. I definitely want to make this transition for you as smooth as possible. I get calls, texts, emails every day from people just like you that want to know questions about Glendale and the other surrounding Arizona cities. Now let's get started. So I'm down in the Westgate area walking around, and it's pretty early, so it's pretty quiet around here. This time of year, you either got to come out early in the morning or late at night or early evening because it's so dang hot out here. But as I was talking about the pros and cons, let's start with pro number one. Pro number one is going to be affordable housing. Glendale has homes that range anywhere from the high 300s all the way up to the luxury numbers of $1 million plus. If you're looking for a home in any of those price points, you're going to definitely be able to find it in the Glendale area. There's Yard House Restaurant, really good restaurant to eat at. They have a great happy hour. They have it during the day and late at night. So Yard House is one of the main restaurants here at the Westgate area. There's a yogurt shop here. Plenty of things to do out here in this Westgate area. But what I was saying is, if you're looking for a home in the price point, whether you're looking for a newer home or older home here in Glendale, you're going to find it. Glendale has homes that were built in the 1970s that are older but completely refurbished. They have more land. There are no HOA. So if that's something you're into, like the older homes with no HOA, that's definitely something you will find here in Glendale. I know some people prefer the older houses over the new houses these days. And if you're looking for a newer built home that has HOA in the newer communities, you're going to find those in the Glendale area too. So Glendale has a broad amount of homes for anybody that's looking for one thing or another. There's Bar Louie's. We have the Sugar Factory over here. Right here is our Desert Diamond Arena. This is where they have a lot of concerts, and used to be our hockey team, but we don't have it anymore. So there's a lot of concerts and stuff like that. They have the Hot Wheels that come here on a regular basis. See all the concerts. This right here is a water feature that dances every like 15, 20 minutes when everything is open. And then as you can see, there's plenty of restaurants to choose from. There's even an axe throwing restaurant over there. Pro number two is going to be location, location, location. Glendale is a great location for all the major events. It's home of the Arizona Cardinals. So it has the State Farm Arena, which is where the Arizona Cardinals play. If you're an NFL fan and you like football, well, if you live in Glendale, you're definitely close to all of that. We did have the Super Bowl come 3 times. We had it in 2008, 2015, and 2023. And during the time of the Super Bowl, there was a lot of activities and events and everything going on. So this was definitely the place to be. Again, the Desert Diamond Arena right there has all the concerts and events. Right here where we're at, Westgate. The Westgate area is perfect for entertainment, dining, bars, and hanging out, whether you're with the family or you're hanging out with friends. You're going to find something to do. And if you have guests in town and they want to stay in a lively area, there are plenty of hotels surrounding this area also. So you're going to always be able to find somewhere for them to stay, and there's always going to be something for them to do. We have a Dave & Buster's up here, a Fat Tuesdays. So quite a bit to do over here. Not to mention, right directly across the street, across the parking lot, we have the Tanger Outlets. Has all the outlet stores, Nike, Adidas, Coach, all the outlet stores that you may want to do some shopping at. It's an outdoor mall with over 100 stores. So you can just go hang out, get food over there. And it's totally close enough to walk back and forth across the street. There's a chicken and pickle over here, and a pop and stroke, like a golf place if you want to do like some golfing and eating or whatever. Plenty of activities going on in this area, which brings me to our pro number 3. Pro number 3 is going to be diverse shopping, dining. Again, over here you have shopping and dining, but you also have areas of the historic downtown Glendale area where you find antique shops and different places to shop and really nice places to eat. There's some pretty cool small family-owned businesses downtown Glendale that have really good food. So that's an area to go walk around. And then you have the Northern Crossings, which also has a movie theater, more dining, specialty places like massage places, nail shops, has a couple workout facilities, and a movie theater over there also. We have barbecue place right here, all you can eat Korean barbecue, and Buffalo Wild Wings for all my people that want to go watch the game at a sports bar. Hot and juicy crawfish. Number 4 would be convenient location. So even though you live in Glendale, you're completely close to like downtown Phoenix, some of the other surrounding cities like Surprise, Goodyear, Avondale, Phoenix, Peoria. Scottsdale is not too far. So even though you're in Glendale, you're still within a good driving area, good driving distance to go to any of the other surrounding cities that you may want to visit. There's a little splash pad area for the kiddos, and it's really crowded in the evening. Right now it's not too crowded. Still early, pretty empty, but if you come back in the evening, it's gonna be really crowded. We have the AMC Theater right over there across the street. And there's actually a casino for all my casino lovers right down the street also. So this is just a really good area to be in. Luke Air Force Base is also considered in Glendale. So our main military base, Luke Air Force Base, is in Glendale also. The Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport isn't too far from Glendale. So basically living here gives you a really close proximity to any of those surrounding cities and places you may want to go. This is Westgate area. For all my coffee and tea lovers, there's a Blend's Boba right there. Crumble cookies. Get your tea and go get your nails done right there. There's a Johnny Rockets. Plenty of activity and things to do. And just recently, not too long ago, they did open a bowling alley up here. So there's a bowling alley. You can do bowling while you're down here. Pretty good for nightlife, family life, whatever you want it to be. Kids are having a great time over there. And it's covered, a lot of coverage. So even if the kids are playing and you wanted to hang out and chill in the shade, you could definitely do so. I found me a chair right here. Let me go ahead and have a seat. Okay, so the growing job market. Glendale, Arizona, just like other cities, are continuing to grow in their job market. A lot of companies are moving here to Arizona because we don't have the bad weather or the disasters, and they can do the work, especially the manufacturing companies. They can like run the trucks and do all that stuff without having to worry about no snow or ice or all that stuff on the road. And a lot of companies are relocating here mainly because of our weather, and that is what's continuing to allow us to grow. Arizona is expected to add over 60,000 jobs plus between 2025 and 26. A lot of jobs are in healthcare, social administration, construction, education, any of those. There's also like warehouse and manufacturing jobs. I know we have some of the bigger companies like Nestle here and, Amazon here, and all these bigger companies that have warehouses and their manufacturing plants and all that. So our job market here in Glendale and the surrounding cities is just continuing to grow. And according to statistics, they see it growing more and more over the next few years. So if you're looking for something in pretty much any of the fields I talked about or almost any others, then Glendale and the surrounding areas are going to be wonderful places for you to try out. Here in Glendale, there's some beautiful parks. You have the Thunderbird Conservation Park. It has over 1,000 acres of multi-use trails, whether you want to hike, bike, even horseback ride. It's great for spotting the wildlife, and if you like watching wildlife or taking pictures, that's a great place to go. You have Sororo Ranch. It's over 80 acres. It's beautiful. It has a beautiful rose garden, Peacocks roaming around everywhere. There's places out there that you can picnic, just walk around and enjoy the scenery. You have the Glendale Hero Regional Park. It's over 80 acres. It has sports courts, basketball, football, tennis, pickleball, all the sports courts out there. It has splash pads for the kiddos, disc golf, different picnic areas, plenty of things to do out there at the Glendale Hero Regional Park. And then, of course, you have the White Tank Mountains, which you can go and hike, and there's a restaurant out there. It's not directly in Glendale, but it's really, really close. And Lake Pleasant is also really close to Glendale, which allows you to have the water activities, the boating. I know they have like this playground on the water for the kiddos, which is really, really cool. You can camp out there and stay the night, and if you're a vet, you get a discount going into that park. So that park is extremely close also. Okay, so we're in the historic downtown Glendale area. There's gonna be a lot of little shops, little restaurants, family-owned businesses. Of course, traffic going up and down the street, but you'll still be able to see the businesses that there's available. There's a little antique shop over there, astrology shop. There's little pizza places, little hole in the walls. Just different things to see, walk up and down. And a lot of the places are shaded, so you're in the shade. I'm walking out here in the middle of the day, and it's definitely not that crowded. So we're gonna walk around and touch base on some of these shops, and we're gonna touch base on what the cons are of living in Glendale, Arizona. So let's talk about some of the cons of living here in Glendale, Arizona. One of the main cons of living here in Glendale, Arizona would be the hot summers. Like rest of Phoenix and the surrounding areas, Glendale has extremely hot summers. Sometimes our temperatures range anywhere from 110 degrees, which along with that brings us higher electric bills. So a lot of people here you find will get solar on their homes to kind of like balance out their bills, or they just know or prepare that during a few months out of the summer, the bills are going to be a little bit higher because it's so hot outside. If you can deal with the few months of the extreme temperatures, then you get so many other days that are nice compared to other cities and other states that have much worse weather like snow and hurricanes or earthquakes or whatever the case may be. You're not going to get that stuff here in Glendale. If you could deal with the hot weather for a few months, then you are good to go to enjoy all the rest of the year. Number 2, traffic. Due to Glendale and other surrounding cities not having any of the disasters I just talked about, we're finding out a lot of people are relocating here to the Glendale area. And with more people coming here, we're starting to see more traffic, especially during work hours or school hours. You're going to see more congestion and more traffic. Or if you're in the area of Westgate or State Farm Stadium when there's an event going on, whether it be the football game or a concert or something like that, or maybe even the Super Bowl. As I said, we had the Super Bowl here 3 times. So if it's the Super Bowl and you have that going on for weeks at a time, you're going to find that there's going to be more people and more traffic during those times in that area of Glendale. So if you could deal with the traffic, then, you know, it doesn't make it too bad. However, you have some states where no matter what time you go, weekend, during a week or whatever, they're always gonna have traffic no matter what. We have not got to that point yet to where there's traffic every time we leave the house. We still have pretty good driving conditions on the weekends or in the evening, late evenings after work hours or early morning before work hours. We don't tend to have those issues unless, like I said, an event or something is going on. Public transportation. Public transportation is available here in Glendale, but it is very limited. You're gonna wanna have a car in Glendale. Just like some of the other surrounding cities, Glendale is definitely a car-dependent city. Walking or riding your bike daily is not practical for commuting back and forth to work on a regular basis. So you're definitely gonna wanna consider having a car if you relocate here to Glendale. While crime is in many parts of Glendale, there's also many parts that are completely safe, depending on the neighborhood. I feel like that goes kind of both ways in any city or state we go to. You're always going to have certain parts of the city that are worse than others. And I just tell everybody, just make sure you do your research on the community or the neighborhood you're thinking about relocating to or moving to. Make sure you know what's going on with that neighborhood as far as crime is concerned. There's plenty of good areas in Glendale that don't have any crime issues, as there are also other areas that may have a little bit more than normal. So now that you heard some of the cons of living in Glendale, Arizona, whether it be the hot summers, some of the traffic issues, the limited transportation, or even some of the crime in some areas, Glendale is definitely a place that could be a wonderful place to relocate, especially with the cons that we talked about. Again, this is the downtown area. A lot of nice antique places to go to, hang out at. You have another antique gift shop right here. You have the library over there across the street. Old-fashioned candy shop here. Cookies and coffees. So a lot of family-run restaurants right here in the area. Peak House Treasures, which is going to be another antique shop to find some really cool stuff that you would normally find in the normal stores. Here's another store for vintage goods. So if you like finding items that you normally don't find everywhere, this will be definitely a good spot to walk around and find some of that stuff. We have a Mexican place right here, and then we have a pastry shop that sells coffee, pastries, and breads right here. And it still has that old town feel, or that small town feel. So it's kind of nice to be able to walk down here versus walking in the Westgate area, where it's a lot different. And again, it's the middle of the day, so it's pretty quiet. If you come out here at nighttime, it definitely gets a little more lively out. Overall, Glendale offers great amenities, affordability. It does have downsides to it, you know, with the heat, traffic, and stuff like that. But it's definitely a city that people are coming to because I feel like it has more pluses over minuses. Again, if you have questions about Glendale or any of the other surrounding cities, definitely feel free to reach out to me. I want to be able to help you make your decision and make your relocation as smooth as possible. And don't forget to subscribe below and hit the bell so you never miss out on another video.